What is up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to another video. Today we're having a little bit of a garage update, giving you guys some information as to what's going on with either car. I've been getting a lot of questions as to what I did with the Challenger, about the wheels, also what are the plans for the Mustang. So I figured we just make this video where we update you guys on everything, tell you what I've done so far, what I plan to do, yeah, I mean, kind of see what you guys have to say about that. So anyways, the Challenger, I ended up putting my Verde wheels back on. These are not brand new wheels. These are wheels that I had previously. I ended up getting them powder coated by Paid Polish. They're a local shop that does powder coating. These wheels I got through a sponsorship with Verde last year. I ran them on the car. I really liked them. They performed well because I was able to get a lot wider tire in the back. So right now I'm currently running a 315 35/20 in the rear and a 275 40 20 in the front. So front is like the stock size and the rear is a much wider tire. The tires that I am running in the back are Pirelli P0 Corsa. They have like a 60 tread wear, super sticky tire. You'll find them on a lot of exotic cars. So I have had these tires on the car for a little bit now, and they seem to be holding up really good. Definitely eliminates a lot of the wheel spin, and you can definitely get on it a lot more without it fishtailing or doing anything at all. So that's the nice part of having a set like this on the car. Now, although I love the look at the moment, a lot of you guys have said that it needs to be dropped, and I 100% agree with you. The car does need a little bit of a drop to kind of just really complete the look. I also did end up getting the windshield tinted, which I didn't really show on camera, but I'll throw some footage up of us doing the windshield tint. Alright guys, so in the last video when he tinted my Mustang, a lot of you guys were really funny, but you were like, oh, he's, you know, installing the film on the outside. That's not right, like he shouldn't do that. No, he didn't install the film on the outside. What they do is they cut it on the outside. So as you can see, he cut the film, he got it perfect on the outside of the car. And then after it's, you know, all cut up and trimmed up properly, he carries it like he's doing right now onto the inside of the car, and it's installed on the inside. So nothing is installed on the outside, because if you did install on the outside, then it would get, you know, destroyed from the sun, elements, everything like that. It's installed on the inside of the car, but they just cut it on the outside. It's a lot easier to work, you know, and use your knife and stuff like that on the outside edges of the window. It was the same guy that had done my Mustang, so I, you know, called him up and he came by and did the front windshield. I know a lot of you guys are going to be against me tinting the windshield, but you have to understand it is currently like 90 degrees outside, and being that a guy like myself where I carry a lot of equipment for videos and stuff like that, it's important for me to have kind of privacy inside the car so people don't try to attempt to break into it or try to steal stuff. So having the windshield tinted prevents, you know, my camera equipment laying on the seat, let's say, from being seen by a thief or somebody. So if they can't see it, most likely they're not going to try and break in, because I don't know if there's even anything in there. So that's really mainly the reason that I have both cars tinted all the way around. So the setup on the Challenger is 5% all the way around, except on the windshield where we went 40%. I don't really think it's all that dark. You have a lot of good visibility through the front. Usually at nighttime I ride with the windows down anyways, because the weather is really nice. So, you know, I haven't had any issues so far with law enforcement, with anybody. The car has been pretty good. So one last thing I haven't really talked about on camera, but I am planning to do stripes. The reason is I took off the hood wrap, and I get a ton of questions as to why I took it off. It's not that I didn't like the look anymore, but there was a little bit of damage that happened on the hood. I don't know what fell onto the hood, or like a rock hit it or something, but it definitely caused like a scrape onto the satin, you know, 3M vinyl that I had on there. So I just ended up removing it, and I decided, you know, to refresh the look with something different. So I'm planning to do stripes down the car. Now, whether I'm going to do a solid stripe, 2 stripes, what kind of stripe, I haven't decided just yet. I've been kind of exploring options and browsing Instagram to see what people have done. There's a lot of cool things that I can do, but I'm leaning towards the dual stripe kind of down the middle, and we'll see how that turns out. But I think it's going to look really good once the car's dropped. You know, on the wheels and everything, I think the stripes are going to look pretty awesome. So that is your update on the Challenger. Am I doing performance mods? Probably not. I might throw the 180 thermostat back in there, just because it's summertime and the car gets pretty hot. But other than that, I don't want to do anything performance wise, because I am doing that stuff to the Mustang. So I don't want to be working on 2 cars and risk having them both break down or having issues with them. So this car has been super reliable since day one. had no issues with it. I'd like to keep it that way. I drive it every day. It's very comfortable. It's automatic, and really not too much to worry about there. So I think with a nice wheel and tire setup, I can start taking it to the track and having fun with it, and enjoying it for what it is. So now moving on to the Mustang, which I know a lot of you guys are interested in hearing about. The Mustang, I did end up going with a tune from LUND. So I spoke to a lot of different tuners, and ultimately my decision to go with LUND was because I know a lot of people that watch these videos are going to want to kind of follow in some of the footsteps that I take, and I figured working with a company like LUND, who has a great reputation, very good customer service, which really kind of attracted me to them to begin with. You know, they're very responsive, and the quick turnaround time. And for someone like me that makes videos and is pretty busy, having that kind of quick action going on is awesome. It helps my videos keep, you know, working or performing well, and if I ever do have an issue or add another modification or something, I can always reach out to them for help. So I really like that, and I like Alejandro, who's on YouTube. I've learned a lot of things from his videos, so I felt very comfortable working with this company. A lot of people recommended Palm Beach Dyno, other private tuners, and I could have gone with anybody really, but I just kind of was leaning towards them to begin with because I've seen a lot of the knowledge that they had, and I kind of like that. I wanted a tuner that had worked with a lot of people and had gotten a lot of thumbs up from a lot of different you know, customers, so it just felt comfortable with me doing so. This is no sponsorship or anything. I did approach him about a collaboration of some sort, but I figured they're a big company and they probably don't need too much advertisement since they're one of the best. So when they told me that they don't do that with YouTubers, I completely just paid for the tune and moved on. I know that there was an incident that happened with another YouTuber with almost the same amount of subscribers as me, Nate Ryder, and that didn't turn out too good. And I honestly think the approach he took was very, I don't know, I feel like it was a very negative approach that he probably should have avoided completely, because I saw the live stream that Alejandro did, and I don't know, man, that thing had me cringing quite a bit. So I'm not one to like talk about drama or anything, but I don't think any of us YouTubers should be reacting that way or asking for things or demanding for you know, things from anybody. You know, I've always respectfully asked and you know and told companies what I can offer, and you know, if I feel like there's something that I can, you know, help out with. But you know, a lot of these companies are already well established. They already have, you know, hundreds of thousands of followers and customers, stuff like that, so they don't necessarily need someone to promote them. I'm kind of more in need of their product than anything, so you just have to ask respectfully, and usually do it in private. I think where he messed up is he spoke about it in public and in a very negative way, like you're trying to kind of muscle your way into it. I don't know, I wasn't feeling that approach. I read the whole thread because I thought it was super entertaining, but yeah, not the best approach to it. So cars tuned by LUND. Alright guys, so I ran into a little bit of an issue. This might be something to help you guys out there as well. So if you're trying to order a tune through LUND, there's no way to pay or have anything shipped to California. It's not even an option on their site, so you have to put an address out of state. I'm going to put an address out of state to my sister's place. And then my credit card kept declining because that was the billing address that they were using. So the go around that, you actually have to use PayPal and then pay with one card, like a card that you have on file, which will have your California address. And the next thing is the shipping address. You should enter the shipping address of somebody out of state, family member, friend, whatever it may be. So just pay through PayPal, so that way you can get around that and be able to order the tune, because without it you won't be able to order it. They just don't do it at all. So that's because California laws and regulations, all that fun stuff that we deal with here. Anyways, so I just updated it. Hopefully this time it goes through. I don't want to show you guys all my information, but let's see if it takes care of it. Alright, last thing is we got to confirm here our order. 3 months of data logging, custom tune. Let's go ahead and confirm that. And I think the order's done. Your order has been successfully processed. Good stuff, guys. Super pumped for this, super stoked. There we go. We're going to be tuned by LUND very soon. They've already sent me a bass tune. I haven't flashed it on just yet and done all that stuff because I know all of you guys want to see the SRT versus the Mustang. So we're gonna knock that one out first. And I think there's a GT350 that wants to run my Mustang stock. So we'll do that first, see how it goes, and then we'll move on into the more fun stuff, which is, you know, the modification, running the car in the 85, installing the JLT intake, all that good stuff. So anyways, that's kind of your little update for today as to what's going on with the cars. The Mustang will keep progressing power-wise and moving up the ranks. My plan is by the end of summer, if everything goes the way I want it to, the car will be getting boosted. But I want to enjoy it NA for a little bit, crank out some videos, show you guys what it can do, because nobody really covers the manual Mustangs on YouTube and shows what they're capable of doing. So I think with the tune, E85, the JLT intake, the car is going to perform really well, and it's going to be a lot of fun for it being a manual, being able to kind of like wind out those gears. I know that the gearing, like how far you can take it up, in terms of like the rev limiter even changes after you get it tuned, so that's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited to see if there's any change in like the way you shift the car, if the shifting gets any smoother, you know, because these new cars have a lot of computers in them, so I'm sure there's something that, you know, with the synchros and stuff like that, that might be adjusted during a tune. So anyways, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. Sorry I rambled on a little bit, but I'm really excited about all the stuff that's going to happen. I want to put you guys in the loop. I have a lot of videos I'm ready to crank out, so stay tuned. I might be posting 1 or 2 videos sometimes just because I'm trying to get content out a little quicker, and some videos don't need a complete day to themselves. They're just kind of you know, extensions of other videos that I've done previously, kind of like the drive along or ride alongs that I do with like owners, stuff like that after we race. So definitely keep an eye out, support the channel. Thank you so much for checking this video out. If you did enjoy it, drop a like, new to the channel, subscribe. My name is Rush. Catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.